Hub. I'm just going to walk you through our brewery financial projection template. So the first thing that you need to know about the template is that any cell that you see highlighted in blue is an assumption that you can change without breaking anything in the model. Secondly, if you're pretty familiar with Excel, what you're going to get when you purchase this template is a fully um, uh, unlocked Excel file with all the equations in there. And so you'll be able to customize this to your heart's content. But I think we have a pretty solid brewery model in place. And so I don't think you'll have to do too much customization. So let me just kind of walk you through the template and show you what you'd be looking at. So the first thing on this general assumptions tab, you're going to be able to enter in your starting cash balance, your projection start month. You can add investors here, various accounts receivable terms, inventory assumptions, and then your fixed assets. So leasehold improvements to the brewery. Um, you could add a building if you own the building. You could add the building here under fixed assets. Brewery equipment, and then furniture and fixtures all would fall within here. Then if you're looking to get a loan or you already have a loan, you'd be able to enter in up to 4 different loans here, enter in the loan amount and the payback terms and interest rates and whatnot. Then jumping into the revenue and cost of goods sold tab. So this is where a lot of the work really is. And I'm going to just kind of walk you through the different sections of this. So um, we've got this idea of different production costs, average cost per batch, um, and that's going to give you a total cost per gallon in this case. And then we've got these different container types. So, whether you're keeping it in a barrel, keg, or bottles or cans, all of those things will have different costs associated with it. And we'll then produce a different number of units per batch. So all of that is accounted for here in the model. Then as we get into sales projections, so we're going to have number of seats available in the tap room. If you have a tap room in this example, then an average visit length, the number of hours per week that you're open, and then you have the ability to enter in a percentage of that capacity that is filled each week. And the percentage of the seats really that are filled um, for your total capacity. Now, 70% is very high, but the idea here, maybe it's higher in month one when you first open and everyone's kind of checking it out. And you can see here that we kind of have it decreasing over the first little while and then slowly start to increase again once people have kind of checked it out that initial time. Then we have the ability to put in, the average beer purchase per per seat, really in the brewery, and then the average price per beer. And then really this total number of customer visits per month is really a function of your percentage of capacity filled each week. So if we were to change this to say 50, you can see monthly customer visits drops down significantly. Same thing if we change this to, let's say you only had 60 seats available, well, that would furthermore decrease your monthly customer visits significantly because it's decreasing your capacity. So we're going to put that back up at 120 and just move right on down here. So that's going to give you your revenue projections for the tap room. Now you will also have, you could have a restaurant as well. And so you could have the ability to add in here average spend on restaurant food per customer visit. And then food cost and labor cost per visit as well. Then we have the ability to do wholesale wholesale revenue as well. So how many units are you selling per month? So, if you're selling kegs to different distributing, you can enter that in here. Same thing if you're um, selling barrels or canning or anything like that. You have the ability to do that wholesale revenue here. Now, here's where you'd enter in all of your fixed expenses. So things like advertising and rent and that sort of thing. You can enter everything in as either a fixed expense or a percentage of revenue. So, for example, credit card processing fees typically are a percentage of revenue, and so they're going to grow as revenue grows. So here we just have this entered in as a 0.02 or 2% of total revenue is your expected credit card processing fee. Now you can enter in salaried positions here as well. So, manager, servers, that sort of thing, cooks um, could potentially be, or a kitchen manager could be a salaried position. So any salaried positions you'd want to enter in here. Now, once you've done all that input, you're going to be able to come here and look at a profit and loss table at a glance, some different graphs and charts and whatnot that you'll be able to put in a business plan or a pitch deck to potential investors. And you'll be able to look at an income statement summary, cash flow summary, balance sheet summary for each of the 5 years. And then if you need even more details, so we have each of the 5 years broken down by month as well. And so for the SBA, for example, if it's a startup, they require the first 18 months of projections to be monthly. And so this will meet that requirement here. So that's really the basics of the model. And if you have any questions, you want to reach out, email us at support@projectionhub.com, and we'd be happy to help. Thanks.